guys, welcome back to Evony with Genghis on server 68. So today we're going to review a new general that has come out, and this is actually a really good general, a really important general. Unfortunately, it's going to be a very difficult general to obtain. I think that Evony has, with all the latest updates, I don't know if they've kind of decided that their coiners, their big coiners from the past have stopped coining and they need to figure out a way to get them to coin, or maybe they're just getting greedy and they just want to keep making more money like everybody wants to, right? But here we have this guy here on the left, Ashoka, so an Indian emperor from the Maurya dynasty, and he doesn't look like much, but if you look at his skill here, increases range troop attack by 20%, and reduces enemy ground troop HP by 15%, so a debuff when he's the keep officer. So this is a bonus 20% you're going to get that you don't have to have on the subs. You don't got to refine it. You just stick him on as your keep duty officer, and he's going to help out. And then if you really want to get crazy, this one helps construction speed when he's the keep officer. This attack does not help when he's the keep officer because it doesn't say. But this final one, another 20% when he's your keep officer. So this guy has the potential to add 40% ranged attack. So if there are some big people, big players from the past who haven't used rune stones in a long time and they really want to just add 40%, they can go get this guy and add another 40%. So with all the updates, I'm going to show you some of the updates right now in technology. So here we are in the advanced military wing. And if you look at the bottom here, this is the new ones, the Academy 35. Evony has added 40% more. So if you get up to level 25 here, you will get 40% more range troop attack. But they added, if you get up to level 25 here, a 70% debuff. And 70% will debuff 140, right? You only need half of the debuff to equal the attack buff. So adding 40 on the attack and 70 on the debuff doesn't quite balance out. So that makes the smaller, this is an advantage to the smaller people. But now when they add this keep officer, that's another 20 to 40% more on the attack that will go towards the big coiners, the big players who are going to get this guy. So you might get lucky as an average player and just get him in an epic general box, but I think his it's going to be very low. And if we go in here, so today on our King's Party, right, and we have here on the final stage the General Ashoka. So this generally will cost you about anywhere between 1,200 to 2,000 American dollars to finish this off in the 11 days, 12 days that it's offered. So that's a lot, but there are some very big coiners out there who just don't care. And you don't just get this general, right? You get all sorts of awesome stuff with it. You get all these speeds, resources, rune stones. Plus, you're going to get all the daily items you buy. You get tons of stuff for that value. But we are still talking about putting $2,000 into a mobile game, and this wouldn't be the only $2,000 you put in. So that's on top of what lots of people are doing. From what I'm hearing on the ground is that a lot of the big coiners from the past, a lot of people I know, have basically said, this is just too much. I'm just done spending, because the game just keeps changing. So they spend and spend and spend, and they upgrade all these generals, and then 6 months later, Evony, they're just updating too quickly. And then they add something, and now your general's just useless. Like all these people, they got Scipio. Scipio's awesome. He's still the best guy. But someone in your alliance has to have Alexander. Most of the other people in your alliance do not have a maxed Scipio, right? So like that's a really hard thing to do because most people are still working on their archer general, their wall general, their mounted general. And so they're making it very difficult and very expensive to play this game. But if you compare this game to other games that are very similar, like the War and Order I've been playing, this is a cheaper version, I think, Evony. And Evony does a really good job of keeping it cheap, but not cheap, but competitive with the prices of other games. So now I just want to look back into the other generals and just compare. So Ashoki's two comparables that you would use, right? So he's going to be the best, Ashoka, because he offers the actual attack. But his two comparables that you would compare at the same duty would be this guy, Menashikov. He's a keep officer, adds 20% construction speed. That's all he does, just construction speed. And then there's a new guy in, I believe it's in here in China. Yes, so Zhu Zhiliang, they redid his skills, changed names around, and he now does construction speed as well for 20%. But I think pretty much everybody is going to go with Ashoka if given the choice, but he's just going to be very hard to obtain. But so my review is that if you get this guy, you are lucky. Not this guy. We'll go over to the actual guy that you would be lucky to get, Ashoka. If you are able to obtain this general, you are lucky, because I don't think there's going to be many people who have him. Maybe people who just started out the game and they're doing their first spending, first coining, and they complete the cake and get him. But I don't think there's going to be many people on older servers with this general, unless they get lucky in the general packs. So this is Genghis, server 68. Try and get Ashoka. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.